Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you are. There are a lot of questions that people have been asking about taxes that are happening, including the NSSF, the National Social Security Fund. Just to start with, previously, before 2013, we understand NSSF, we were deducting 200 shillings, standard for everyone irrespective of your earnings, and employer was also matching 200 shillings. Effective 2013, the Parliament made a law that required everyone to contribute 6% of their earnings. That 6% is based on your gross salary. There is a graduation of the same from 2023 because the Act came into effect in 2023. That is what I'm going to do today, at least for you to understand how your payslip is being affected this month of February. So interestingly, this is going to happen over the 5 years. We are already in year 3. And as you understand, last year, the charges also, the deductions changed. And in this case, this is how we are calculating the deductions. The first one is to understand that we are basing on your gross salary. So if your gross salary is, for example, currently 72,000, that means you are going to contribute 6% of 72,000. And just to put into context, in 2023, the earnings, the maximum earnings, so there is a cutoff at which you are supposed to be deducted. And this was supposed to be 18,000 shillings. In 2024, that changed to 36,000 shillings. I will tell you what this means. There is also 72,000 shillings in 2025. In 2026, this figure will change to 108,000 shillings. And in 2027, this figure is going to change to 144,000 shillings. Now, what do I mean by this? This is what is determined as the upper earning limit. So we will deduct 6% of a maximum of 18,000. That means in 2023, your salary was 100,000. We could only deduct 6% of 18,000 shillings. In 2024, it is 6% of a maximum of 36,000. And in 2025, 6% of a maximum of 72,000. What does that mean? If you're earning anything above 72,000, that means you have already hit the maximum, and we're only going to deduct 6% of 72,000. When we get to next year, we will deduct 6% of a maximum of 108,000. And lastly, in 2027, we will deduct 6% of a maximum of 144,000. These figures are determined by the minister. The minister in charge of finance is determining the maximum amount that is going to be determined as upper earning limit. Today, I will not go into the lower limit because it doesn't affect your payslip. What affects your payslip is the upper earning limit. Now, just to understand, this is going to be 6% of 18,000 shillings. 6% of 18,000 shillings would be 1080. So this is what an employee is required to contribute, and in every contribution an employee makes, the employer will match the same. So employer will contribute 1080. And that makes it a total of 2160. This is in 2023. Now, when we get to 2024, we had to adjust our payroll to be able to accommodate the increased upper earning limit, and that is going to be 6% of this, which is 2160. So that means if you're earning anything less than or equal to 36,000, you will contribute 2160. If you're earning anything more than that, you will contribute at 2160. So that is going to be 2160 for the employer, and this was going to be 4320. Let us now come to the current year, which we have just implemented in this month of February. In the month of February, the upper earning limit has changed to 72,000, and that means anyone earning 72,000 shillings or below will be deducted 6%. So 6% of your actual amount, not really 6% of 72,000. So this is just to indicate the maximum. And I will show you what that means later on. Now, 72,000, 6% of this is the same as 4320. So this is the amount that the employee will contribute towards NSSF, and the employer will be required to match the same. And this is going to be 8640. 8640. So that is what is currently happening beginning this February. Now, just for you to understand, from 2026, the same will happen. So 2026 February, we'll be able to change again and say 6% of 108. 6% of 108 in this case is 6480. And the employer will be required to contribute 6480. This is going to make a total of 12,960. 12,960. Now, when we get to the final year of the implementation, and we're not saying this is going to be the final year because the minister can decide to continue changing the upper earning limit. In this case, it is 144,000 times 6%, which is going to give 8640. And the employer will be required to contribute 8640. This will make a total of 17,280. Now, just to explain this is your money, this is what the employer pays. And in this case, the total amount that will be going to your National Social Security Fund towards your retirement is 17,280 in the year 5. In the year 4, it is 12,960. In the current year, which is year 3, is 8,640. Now, that is how it is. And then we now want to do some few examples so that you understand based on your salaries, because not everyone is at exactly 36,000. That is to say, if today you are earning 23,000 shillings. If you're earning 23,000 shillings, you will calculate 6% of 23,000 shillings. And let us use the current year. So someone who is earning, scenario number 1, someone earning 23,000, you will contribute 1,380. So you calculate 6% of this. So you will not be contributing 4,320, you'll be contributing 1,380 because you have not hit the maximum. If you are earning 30,000 shillings, you just say 30,000 times 6%, this is going to be 1,800. That is what you will be contributing, and the employer will contribute the same. And then if you're earning 38,000 shillings, that means whatever you'll be contributing is 2,280. So this is earnings. This is NSSF contribution. If you're earning 48,000 shillings, this is going to be 2,880. And if you're earning 60,000 shillings, this is going to be 3,600. If you're earning 70,000 shillings, you just say 60% of this. This is going to be 4,200. And now, if you're earning 100,000 shillings in 2025, that means you are above 72,000 shillings. So we will only deduct 6% of 72,000 shillings. We will not deduct 60% of 100,000 shillings. 6% of 100,000 shillings. So this is going to be 4320. And that happens to the same if someone is earning 200,000 shillings. If someone is earning 400,000 shillings, even up to $1 million, it will still be the same, which is 4320, 4320. That means going to next year, the people who will be affected will be the people who are earning above 100,000 shillings. That is how NSSF is changing. This is not a tax, it is your savings, and we believe that at the end of the day, the government will be good stewards of the same. As an employer, we are doing something to make sure that this money, that is what we call Tier 1 and Tier 2, we will want to move Tier 2 into pension so that you can get good returns and you can easily access that money when you get to retirement. We wish you all the best, and we hope things will be better in future, and God bless you. Thank you so much. You are with Leonard Bett.